Welcome, my friend. After many years of specialized practices and integrative care with health and life challenges, I overcame. Now I live with boundless energy and creativity because each body is divinely designed to do its own healing when given the right food to slow the effects of aging in the cellular level. Instead of declining, we are regenerating. I call that optimized wellness and maximized living. Welcome to my show, 1 Degree Change. Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to this show, 1 Degree Change, on the I Have Today TV network. I am excited about talking about using food as medicine and for preventive wellness. I have been practicing as a naturopathic doctor in integrative care and working with a lot of wonderful medical professionals as well. And so, all that said, I just want to welcome you. Dr. Mary Axness here. Though I've been retired, I am so glad I have this privileged place that I could share my passion about, especially about preventive wellness. And it is important to go ahead of the game. It is also wonderful if we can live long, but strong and full of vigor. And that's what I intend to do. And I hope that this is very beneficial to you as well. I am not here to change people, but I am here to bring awareness how you can be kind to your body and the way you live your lifestyle as far as food and nutrition is concerned. I use it as my preventive wellness practice. And so I want to start diving in to sharing some of the ways I suggest people before they approach a festive food season, holiday meals, with food everywhere, and almost everywhere we go is just a rich display of festive food. Now, most people don't even think about it, but for me, I am concerned about how people finish their day when they eat heavy meals and what are some of the things that they need to be aware of so that they can be gentle and kind to their digestive system. Now, there are ways to prep yourself, and today I have a few things I just want to show them to you and make sure you probably can apply this as your 1 degree change, and that way you will not only get your body to not over expand energy, not overeating. And usually, when the holiday season is done, you will not have a problem uh, as far as gaining weight and having to kind of go on extreme exercise and to get ready for the next uh, swimsuit season, right? So let's just talk uh, real quickly about what are some of the suggestions that can bring awareness to you to keep your digestion healthy? More long term than just one time at a festive meal. But if you practice this, I guarantee you, you will not overeat, you will not have food coma, and you will actually feel very comfortable and satisfied with what you eat. Now, today I have several foods that I just want to introduce to you. Some of you may already know about it. The main thing is I am very cognizant about digestive bitters. And if you go to a bar, you definitely can order, uh, for instance, this one is rosemary sage. They come in many flavors now these days, and it is wonderful. I usually take a spoonful of this with 6 ounces of water and stir it and drink up at least an hour, hour and a half before a heavy meal. Why? Because our digestion is like a whole system of mechanism. When you start thinking about food, you can feel the mouth water and hors d'oeuvres and all that. Guess what? Internally, your digestive saliva is already being activated. This mechanism is already begin to churn, and you are divinely designed. And so, why not? And just to be aware of it, oh, my body is actually cooperating with me prepping for a big festive rich meal. So with that, I often eat a little bit or have a lunch that is full of digestive enzyme. And what do I mean by that? I want to introduce you to a few things that I practice, and that way I don't gain excessive weight for the season. And this way, I call it, hopefully, you would apply it to you as your 1 degree change to adjust, put on a new mindset about being kind to your digestive body. Why? Because intestinal health is so important because we don't eat balance, such as using fiber, probiotic food, and treating whatever condition may be already there. Well, what are they? They are like acid reflux syndrome, gallstone, indigestion, irritable bowel, and small intestine overgrowth. Those are things that, when day in and day out, we do not become kind and being aware how our body works, we end up having these symptoms and diseases. And then we go take chemical prescription. Sometimes it actually bring on other diseases. It's called side effects. So also food sensitivity and stomach ulcers. Many people already have these conditions, and that's all the more reason I want you to become so aware that there are ways that you can prep your body starting this week. Maybe you can apply some of this, such as getting the digestive bitter. And you can order it at my store on Amazon. And you can also eat a little bit before a big meal, like 2 or 3 hours at least before a big meal, so that you are not starving. And when you are starving, so hungry, you will just wolf down all the hors d'oeuvres and not make room for the rich, wonderful holiday meal. And also, once we come to a friend's house or family's house, the minute you open the door, it's very natural to, oh, how are you? And then pick on a piece of chip and then start your meal already. But not knowing you are very dehydrated. So, again and again, I've been talking about drink at least 6 to 8 ounces of fluid, water, hopefully, before you attend to a full meal. Um, for me, I just naturally do that. It's been such a habit. Now, uh, because also not overeating also means it will not stress your gut. And some people eat so much, one heaping, and then they were talking, and then they go on another heaping and another. And before you know it, they have expanded their stomach so much and they already lost the awareness of whether they are full or not. Plus, they're talking, enjoying themselves, nothing wrong with it. But again, be aware what you're putting in, how much you're putting in, and how you're going to feel after. Now, I have people says, well, before I'm even done, I'm in a food coma because I forgot all that I've been eating. It costs a lot of energy and vitality to digest a heavy meal. And also eat slow, listen more. And I have a saying, and I don't know how practical it is for people, but try to practice it starting this season. Keep chewing and chewing and chewing your food until it almost liquefies before you put something else inside. I guarantee you, you will feel full. You will also lose weight during the season. And not only that, you would not need antacid afterwards, and there will not be heartburn. I can guarantee you that. Hopefully, um, you, my lovely audience, you are not in the habit of overtaking antacids because it's really hard on your stomach lining, and not to mention overgrowth in your gut area. So, back to what to eat ahead of time. Guess what? I like these, they call it little cuties, mandarin orange. They're full of vitamin C's, and I would eat one, and generally one a day when they are in season. And then I would have a glass of carrot juice. My goodness, this is vegetable juice because we don't eat fresh vegetables enough. So I oftentimes have fresh juice in my refrigerator. Uh, I actually juice it myself, cucumber, uh, celery, carrots, and a little bit of green kale or beets, which is extremely kind to your liver. And I would take 4 to 6 ounces. If I'm not getting ready to eat a big meal, I will have it an hour or so before bedtime because I eat early, and hopefully you eat by 5:30 or 6 instead of eating too late. It's not just for old people. It's for people that are smart and wise and kind to their digestive tract. And so there are also a couple of things that maybe it will help you to be easy on your digestion. Is not combining protein and starchy food at the same time. For instance, you do not eat nuts and potatoes at the same time. You can wait a few minutes, but again, at festival time, you have a lot of hors d'oeuvres, nuts, and then potatoes and baked potatoes. These are food that do not combine well. What do I mean by that? That means it's very hard on your digestion. And also popcorn. I want to bring attention to two specific kind of food that I test my patient, and is corn. The skin on the corn is the toughest for the digestive tract. It is very hard for it to dissolve and absorb as a nutrient in your small intestine. So people can get constipation from it, and they develop a lot of allergies from corn. Truthfully, corn is not a food. As far as I'm concerned, it's really an industrial fuel. Um, then the next one is wheat. Many people are highly allergic to wheat because of the already genetically modified, and so is corn, and also has been stored in silos for a long time, and mold and mildew, uh, parasites got into it. And why is it so prevalent these days? I don't have all the answers. I just know that these are two things. Almost every patient I had, they tested they have some kind of allergic or sensitivity towards this particular two types of food. So for you, I do not know your state, but if you are allergic to it, you'll know right away. But if you're just sensitive, sometimes there is really no awareness if you really are or not. So I would strongly advise that you chew the food and let it slowly go in. And if it doesn't feel right, stop right away and don't eat anymore until a later meal, or wait a couple hours, because you'll be so kind to your own body. Why I say all that? In our profession, we see a lot of patients in the ER after a big holiday meal, not just from indigestion. They end up having heart attacks. And uh, it is no fun for us to see that. And so I just want to bring attention to that. And then the other thing is, many people don't realize that they could eat like probiotic food like sauerkraut. A little will go a long way. Now, for me, like I said, I take some vitamin C naturally, and some juice, vegetable juice, if you can. If not, especially important to add some bitter to your drink. And if you go to a bar, the you can ask the bartender to give you a soda water with digestive bitter, because people that drink a lot of alcohol, they have fatty liver, and this is extremely good for your liver. Actually, your liver is your hardest working organ, and it is full of enzyme activities. And if you are kind to your liver, you will live well. Then the other food I want to bring your attention to is bitter melon. It's the ugliest looking food. It's a melon, and you can see the seed inside. I score it, I wash it well, soak it a little bit in salt water so that the overly bitter part actually get dissolved. And how I prepare it, I put it in salad. I slice it very thin, that you can see it like this. And this is more than enough just for one person. And I chop it up, throw it in a little bit of a salad with lettuce and even apple and crunch. And the pectin on the apple skin with the bitter melon, it actually is what feeds the organ, the digestive tract. And now you can get this in supplement form, bitter melon enzyme. They're not cheap. So I rather eat the real thing. And in the summer, I grow that in my garden. And so I just want to tell a quick story about the effects of overeating. And I'm not 100% sure that that was the case. One time I'm on a cruise, and it was breakfast time. I was in line to get my fruits and some eggs. Next to me is a gentleman, very big, very tall. Next to him, I'm almost invisible. And we said hi to each other, and he was right behind me. Before I know it, I could tell something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was. I heard this big sound. Everybody heard it. A big thump on the floor, and he fell. And he had a heart attack. And when you're on a cruise and you're at port where they don't speak your language overseas, uh, it made it so much harder on him and his family, and the whole boat know that it was a huge family reunion, and he died. And it cost the family a lot to ship his body back to a U.S. address. Plus, they cannot communicate with the medical people because they don't speak English. So, long and short, the moral to the story is take good care of your digestive health. Take good care of your liver, your stomach, and your body is designed to work for you. So help it to work well for you so that hopefully at the end of the holiday season, you don't have to have uh, a lot of work to shed the weight because you take good care of yourself. And finally, at the end of the day, I wish you would have some chamomile and honey tea. And you don't have to get this, but just get this chamomile to help relax. And also, it actually is very good, not just for sleep, but it also helps your muscle to relax. And honey, of course, is one of the best with lavender or chamomile. And have a cup of tea and before you go to bed. And anyway, I am so glad that I could spend this time with you. I hope you put it into practice as 1 degree change. And we finish with a grateful prayer that, dear God, thank you so much for protecting us, giving us good sleep, good digestive health. We could eat, sleep, poop, pee, sweat, and play. And I bless my audience here. Until next time, we're going to talk about cellular wellness. You see this QR code? I hope you have been noticing it and go there and start investigating what is stem cell. And we'll talk about it next time. Thank you for watching.